It's a iced cold brew, actually. This is my new drink of choice.
Well, we're still going to Dunkin', right?
Oh yeah, this is an appetizer.
So that's a bacon, egg, no cheese on a plain bagel, a bacon, egg, and cheese on a regular croissant, a sausage, egg, and cheese, and then a bagel, plain bagel toasted with plain cream cheese, add an egg, and then a medium hot coffee with 4 cream, an orange juice, an apple juice, and a large hot coffee, 6 cream, 2 Splenda.
That's exactly right. If they get this right, it's gonna be a good day. She nailed the order at Dunkin'.
We're missing a pedal board.
Fuller's pedal board is missing.
It has disappeared off of our stage. There are only a couple people that have that kind of access and influence and have a death wish.
Case of the missing pedal board, has it been solved?
We're gonna go ahead and get started. LA, how you doing? Everybody say hello to LA. This is LA. All right, you can sit down. So let's go ahead and get in place and get started making some music.
So we're at our Durham campus today, and these guys did not have a rehearsal midweek, so they're doing Sunday morning rehearsal today. Should be good. I'm hanging out backstage. It's a mess back here, but you can see behind me all the flashy lights. Fuller has become a fan of the Kemper profiling amplifier, so for our Sunday services here, we have 2 of them, bringing the sweet tones.
Sounds pretty good. Ken is one of my guitar students that I've been teaching for the last... Why are you laughing? You guys ready? I want to try the first 2 songs?
So I've wanted to bring the Sunday vlog back for quite some time, but it's going to be a little bit different than the way it was before. There's a couple things that have changed in my life and in the life of this church, actually. I used to be up in a ministry in a worship service that we called Coffee House, which was sort of an alternate, like scaled down acoustic venue at this Durham campus, which is our largest campus at Newhope Church. Coffee House has been decommissioned, if you will. We're gonna reboot it in a different way. The other thing that's changed for me here on the vlog is Nick Rice is no longer with me. We're gonna try and take every Sunday and be topical. So today we're talking about live audio. I'm going to talk with Dave Bookout, who is our productions pastor here at Newhope Church, and he's going to give some tips about live audio. Every time we do a vlog, I want to take a topic and something that's meaningful to you as worship leaders, worship team members, or church, church leadership. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below, and we'll try and cover some of those things. Here we go.
If you have a board that does scenes, I highly recommend you save each song to a scene and then step through each scene. A lot of times boards will have faded recall, so as you change scenes, you can see here we have our whole set right here. As we change scenes, it will fade from the EQ and fader settings from one scene to the next, one song to the next. So as soon as you go to that song, it's already pre-dialed in. It also lets you change labels. So if you run tracks, a lot of times you have different tracks coming on different channels from scene to scene. You have those tracks labeled.
I think I mentioned earlier, they didn't have a midweek rehearsal. It's amazing what can happen when you get a group of people together who are volunteers, who've been blessed by God with skill sets, give them a vision for what's going on, and it's just awesome to see these guys come together like this. And this is actually, they're doing this song for the very first time ever today, and they've just basically just nailed it first time. So props to this team. This is Jonell. What is your title here at Newhope Church?
Director of Family Ministries / everything.
Everything. Jonell has been basically the production director up here for, that's how I know Jonell, in Coffee House and Students. Jonell and I were just talking about how much we miss Nick, and what did you say to me? What did you say?
You don't need Nick Rice.
You don't need no Nick Rice.
Nick Rice is good, but
See you, Nick.
This is Brian Wall. So. Well,
you know what I brought though today?
What?
I brought a drone.
You gonna?
Let's roll some drone footage.
Y'all sound amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tim Frisbee!
What's up, people?
What time does the cafe officially open?
Officially opens at 8:40.
Not now. It's long before. It's like barely 7:30. I said, can you expedite a drink? And they said, eh. I said, it's for Dave Bookout. They said, oh, absolutely we
For
can.
him, absolutely.
Dave, did I get it right? Iced caramel latte with an extra shot.
That is what great mixes are made of.
God, we just pray that hearts are moved for your glory. God, that your name is exalted, Lord. And we just pray that just you do something great in this place that we're trusting you for. And God, we thank you. We love you. And it's in Jesus' name. Bless this time together.
This won't be the last time we do this.
Service is starting in like 2 minutes. My goal here is not to be seen. LA, how you feeling?
Feeling good.
Heidi, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Fantastic.
Bless the Lord, come bless the Lord, draw me to worship Christ the Lord. Come bless the Lord, come bless the Lord. Come on, praise Him. Know that man will praise His name till the ends of the earth. Oh, that man will praise His name till the ends of the earth.
Hey, we're in a new series today. We're starting a new series. Does anybody know what it might be called? Hot and I like how you said that. Hot and heavy.
I'm going to allow these things to start coming out of your life. If you will keep coming to the fountain and letting me pour into you, I will allow these things to start working their way out of your life.
Today we're talking live audio. Standing here by the spaceship. What console is this?
This is the Midas Pro X, and it's 144 channels of pure greatness.
So I thought today, because you know, I feel like this is a huge felt need in the church, live audio. Like you've got a lot of equipment that's maybe not up to par, or you've got volunteers who probably want to know more about how to run live audio, but maybe don't have the resources to help themselves. So I thought we'd have Dave give us, what are your top, this is sort of on the spot, what are your top, how many you want to go, 3 or 5 tips for live audio in church?
I can definitely do 3. Let's see if we can get to 5.
Come at it,
maybe.
come at it, you know, from the person who's running this thing, but also from the guy who's running like
the X32
or a Mackie.
Yeah, sure.
You know, something or other.
Right.
Hit it,
cool.
Dave.
So the first thing that I would tell you, if you want to clean up your mixes, a great way to clean up vocals is don't run your effects delay on vocals on every single vocal channel. You only need delay on your lead vocal. That'll help the lead vocal stand out from the rest of the vocals a little bit. You can run verb on everything, just don't overdo it or it'll get very washy and crazy. You know, some people like to really kick that verb pretty high. I highly recommend that you have your verb and delay on separate faders that you're riding throughout the mix, because when you have a song that builds up to a chorus, you're going to want to run a little less verb, less delay than you would if it's a really like broken down moment where it's more reverent and pads driven and things like that. The second tip I'd give to help you clean up your mix, especially from a band perspective, is if it's not a kick, if it's not a bass, if it's not a synth bass, any other instruments, go ahead and set a high pass filter at least 200 hertz. You may even do it a little bit higher. If you don't know what a high pass filter is, it simply lets the highs pass. It cuts the lows. So you're gonna cut the lows off every other instrument besides kick, bass, and synth bass You don't need any of that stuff in the 200 hertz. That's really gonna make space for your kick and bass to sit in that pocket and all your other instruments to live in their sweet spot above that 200 hertz area. Now I'm gonna get a little controversial on the third one, but I've talked to many sound engineers, and some of the greatest sound engineers out there will tell you that it is okay to boost EQ and cut EQ. A lot of people subscribe to the school of thought that you should only cut EQ. But don't be afraid every once in a while to boost EQ, especially like if you got a kick drum, like, and you just want that attack, that punch you in the chest kind of attack on the kick drum where you hear the beater hitting the drum. Don't be afraid to boost some of the highs, like around 4K, or, you know, find the sweet spot on your kick drum to really give it that boost. It is okay to boost EQ. Trust me, it's okay. Okay, I'm giving you permission. And the last thing that I'll say is if you knew all three of these tips, drop us a line because we are hiring. There is a link below, Brian. Below,
yeah, there'll be a link below the video in the description.
Right here, the link. Yeah, go click it.
Yeah.
We would love to talk to you. This could be your domain.
Look at all the lights, Dave. I would be so lost. What does this one do?
Don't touch that, Brian.
So I try to be a good guy. I try to help people out. Tim Frisbee.
Tim Frisbee!
What's up, people? Comes to me this morning in a panic, an emergency situation, because we have a guitarist upstairs, Abraham, who's up there, and he didn't bring gear because he usually plays down here. So Tim's like, I need guitar pedals. So I put together some stuff, as you can see right here, and we're in the middle of the first and second service. As you can see, Tim has just kind of left it down here in a nice, neat pile.
This is the way Tim says thank you.
This is the way Tim said, Tim, I'm coming to get you. Great Scott, Tim, great Scott.
What are we drinking today, LA?
We're doing the, what are we doing, the cookies.
Oh, whoa, what's this?
Yeah.
Peanut butter is winning.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so we got samples, cookies and cream, peanut butter, is that like peanut butter cup?
Yes, peanut butter cup, so it's supposed to taste like a Reese's.
Yeah.
Caramel snickerdoodle?
Macchiato. That's not as popular.
Man, look, cookies and cream frappe.
Cookies and cream frappe, you liking it? That was this?
The chocolate muffin. Chocolate muffin. Don't eat it though
I
before you
were
sing.
Talking about a coffee drink.
Yeah, if you try it. Oh yeah.
He is a chocolate.
I'm a chocolate muffin. You know what I'm saying?
Jesse and I have tasted the peanut butter cup, and it's good.
I like this one.
We recommend it. Fuller, what do you got?
Wow.
Which one is it?
It's cookies and cream. Yeah, anytime you can drink cookies, praise God. That's a good thing. This is Cherish. She works here in the cafe. She's also a vicious classical piano player. We're gonna have her up on stage.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah.
How do we not know this?
We're talking real music, Mozart, Bach, Beethoven, not this Chris Tomlin stuff.
What's up, everybody? Y'all ready to worship? Welcome to the house of the Lord. Come on, let's put our hands together. Let's bless the Lord today for all his blessings he poured out on us.
Okay, so I owe Tim an apology. Little correction to what I said earlier. I discovered that this huge mess was not placed here by Tim. It was actually placed here by Abraham himself.
Abraham.
Otherwise known as Kylo Ren. He looks just like him. Maybe we can find a picture to show you. So Abraham put this mess here, but Abraham is not going to be here this week, so Tim, I'm going to need you to go ahead and clean this up anyways.